The sun is out, walking into trees. Spring is around the corner. So what better thing to talk about than the sacrament of reconciliation? It's Lent. Sorry, guys. Trust me, I've been there. I remember being a kid and it was like, wait a minute. So there's this man who we all look up to, the priest, and I am supposed to go in there by myself and tell him all the worst things that I've ever done. Like, isn't that a bad idea? Like, he's gonna think I'm the worst person ever. I don't want to share with anyone when I've made mistakes, but you're telling me I gotta go to the most respected man in the community and ask him to forgive my sins? And confession's kind of a interesting sacrament. When you think of baptisms, we've been to many of those, maybe don't remember our own. When we think of weddings, we've been to a lot of those. Communion, we've seen thousands of people receive communion. But when it comes to the sacrament of reconciliation, here's this interesting thing where you've only ever heard yourself go to confession. And this was something I thought about before I became a priest. Like, I have been to confession however many times, but I'm about to get in the box, the other side of the box, and now I'm going to be with people in that most intimate part of their life when they're bearing their soul and what they're burdening to the Lord. And just from the priest perspective, there is never, let me repeat it, there is never a time when someone comes in and we think, wow, this person, they're the worst. Like, good luck, guys. I don't think heaven's in the cards for you. No. When someone comes in and they express that they're truly sorry, it is just this beautiful moment where the Lord is forgiving their sins. And we get a front row seat to this most intimate moment where people bear their souls and their burdens to the Lord. And all we're left with is, wow, that was not easy. And as a priest, we're incredibly humbled and inspired by the penitent's faith. You know, I think of our parable this weekend, the prodigal son, and the line that always sticks out to me is that when the son returns, the father is there waiting for him. He's been looking for him to return. And there are times in our life when that burden of sin, all we want to do is just to stay in our hole. All we want to do is hide and run because we're ashamed. And yeah, sin is not the way that we were intended to live life. We were made for virtue, so it doesn't sit well with us. But in every Catholic church, every week, if not even every day, the Father is waiting for your return. The priests are there with patience and mercy and love. And brothers and sisters, the Lord's hand is always there to pick you up and to pull you out of that hole. So no matter how difficult it is, I just invite you to give it a chance, to try and experience the love that the Lord has for you. Let him forgive your sins. Let that healing process begin. It's going to change your life. And it's going to be something that you can put behind you. As is so beautifully said, not by me, every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. Don't let that future stay there. Let's start living it. Let's start being the saints that God has created us to be.